To me, being a builder is so much more than just owning a construction company and tossing up houses. This for me is passion. This is how I grew up. You know, my dad, when I was younger, owned a construction company. My mom did all the design work, and I lived on those job sites as a young kid. And I remember looking at my dad and thinking, you know, that guy's a superhero, and I want to do just that when I'm older. And you know, that kind of led me into the trades at a young age. So from the time I was 15, I started working in the trades, started doing structural steel and framing and carpentry and, you know, everything in between. And that really kind of showed me what it takes to be a really good general contractor. And I think such a key piece of being a general contractor is understanding what your trades go through to build you a house. And coordinating those trades and making sure you give them all the tools necessary to succeed on your job is such an important part of construction. And we really do this at Superior by doing our 3D modeling and managing our subcontractors to a degree where we let them know, hey, job's gonna be ready for you in a month. Hey, you know, it's 2 weeks now. Hey, we're still tracking. And if you do that and you give these guys these heads up and you make sure that job site's ready for them, the whole process is gonna go so much smoother. And here at Superior, we pride ourselves on that. That's something that's very big to us. And you know, another thing we love to do that I think separates us from a lot of guys out there is our 3D modeling. So when we start digging a hole here, we get in with our steel detailer and we start modeling out the project. We start modeling out the steel, start figuring out where all our HVAC's gonna go. We wanna make sure all your ceiling heights that your architect is calling out are actually gonna work, and we're gonna be able to give you exactly what's drawn on those plans. Doing this process in these early stages helps us mitigate errors in the field. So what this does is essentially means that our plumber and our framer and our steel guy are all pulling from the same control lines off of a surveyed foundation. So we know where everything lands. That way, we're not having pipes land outside of walls. We're not jackhammering concrete, and we can run our jobs so much more efficiently this way. And this is just one of the things we do that I think separates us from our competition. Transparency is a core part of a process here at Superior. So one of the big complaints I've heard from clients who have built in the past, whether it be out of state or in state, is that they get invoiced from general contractors and they oftentimes don't know what they're paying for. So you're not gonna have that with us. We came up with an accounting system that I think is top notch. And what we do is every time we have an invoice, we attach all our subcontractor invoices to that invoice, and we'll send that off to the client. You'll be able to see that. You'll be able to see exactly what you're paying for line by line. You'll be able to clearly see our markup on there. So you can have faith knowing that when you pay us, you know where that money's going. On the backside of that, it's attached to bills that goes into Builder Trend, and you can see whether or not we've paid the subcontractors. That auto-populates into your budget, which gives you a clear picture of where you're at on your project at any given point in time. Now, with that, that leads into change orders, and that's another thing that I feel strongly about, and that's not gouging my clients on change orders. When I change order my clients, I'm gonna charge you the exact same fee I charge you on the rest of the project. And the reason for that is I wanna give my clients exactly what they want. I do not wanna penalize you for walking through your home midway through and deciding you want something different. You know, that's part of the process. And you know, another big thing is a lot of our clients here in this Park City market are not from this area, and they do not live here yet, or ever. This might be a vacation home. And we want to give them confidence knowing that their general contractor is doing what he says he's doing, you know, and we do that by doing daily logs for our clients. So we keep you guys updated via Builder Trend, and our daily logs will clearly show you the subs that are on site every day. We'll upload tons of pictures, tons of documentation of everything we got going on so that you have a clear picture of what's going on no matter where you are in the world. What's crucial is that when I hand you that key, the home that you're about to walk through is exactly